before marijuana was legalized in Canada, I did have a prescription for anxiety because I like to smoke marijuana. It's my mental relief. And so anyways, I haven't smoked marijuana in a month, and the doctor's denying me that. I did have a prescription, and I did send an email many times. Well, I sent an email, and I mentioned to him many times that I wanted my medical marijuana. They don't allow me to go out for smokes. They say that I'm a flight risk, but they all have key cards around. They all have key cards around their neck. So it would be easy for me to just grab one of those key cards and then leave if I really wanted to. You're idiots. This isn't a CIA spy facility. I could get out of here very easily if I wanted to. You know, I'm doing this because I'm going to punish Canada. I'm going to punish you. Anyway, so I went to 2 hearings, and the lawyer voted for me and won. And over 90% of the time, when the lawyer votes for the patient's released without any medication. How much did they take a bribe to keep Christian, Erik, Arne, Meyer hospitalized? My face would drop. Also, they took a bribe. So I have an appeal coming up, and they may or may not allow me to use video evidence. But what these idiots don't realize is once I'm out of the hospital, I'm going to be able to sue and show video evidence from my TikToks, my YouTube channels. Like how, I don't have a scar on my face that I had before I was hospitalized. You're idiots. And I heal instantly. And how come I have a sore? Like, how come my skin looks like it's peeling back? Like, these people are all shocked. Like, so once I'm out of the hospital, I'm going to be able to show video evidence. So you could kind of, because they have this thing called the Consent and Capacity Board. And so basically my brother said, I lived in 1989, like I was 12 years old. And this happened between 1989 and 1990, this story. So we moved to Sault Ste. Marie, 2 weeks before my 13th birthday, I moved to Elliott Lake. So it was I wasn't even 13 years old at this story. So he said that I threw him down a garbage dumpster, in the building. We had a garbage dumpster in our building, and it's enough for a small plastic bag. You can't even fit a big plastic bag from the 4th floor. So how come there was no medical evidence? Right? And so once again, see how this is timing out, where it says exit? This is timing out indiscriminately because people are offended. They try to skew and hide evidence when they do this. Do they hide evidence when it times out? My face will drop. Right? It's programmed. It's supposed to time out at a certain time. Like say after 5 minutes of inactivity, it would time out. Not whenever I say something contentious on film. So anyways, he said that I threw him down the garbage dumpster from the 4th floor. There was no, it was inside sheet metal. So there would have been rough edges. So how come he didn't get lacerated? That means cut. How come he wasn't cut by the metal? How come he didn't break any bones? How come he didn't die? How come he didn't go to the hospital? How come it took 30 years for this story to get perpetuated, when I was 42, for you to pretend that I was psychotic? How come you said that I got schizophrenia 5 months after I posted a video? I posted a video online. I'm going to be able to show proof when I sue you. August 21st, 2019. I said Canada's going to be your thoughts are basically our brain's made up of water. Water conducts electricity. They can bounce signals off your molars, wherever you have dental work done, and then it highlights regions, so they transmit and receive signal, seeing and hearing your thoughts. But nowadays, they can see your thoughts. Did they just drug me when I sucked back like this? My face would drop. Right. They're idiots. So anyways, they could listen to your thoughts. So I'm like, okay, Canada's going to use that as a strategy. And they did 5 months later. This doctor that's trained from in an African country, he might have did some upgrading in Canada. But every time, when I speak to him in person, you can understand it. But when I hear him in the meeting, he has this thick accent and he likes to speak on all this pedophilia code. He's a fucking idiot. Right? And when I tell him he's an idiot, he's like, thank you. Or when I challenge him, he puts his head down because he knows that I'm the boss. So anyways, they hide my natural voice, and they say it's too loud, it's too manly. And it isn't. This is natural evolution. This is the progression. But anyways, so once again, they say the screen times out indiscriminately instead of at a set interval it would be programmed to. If I was to Google search TCL, my phone, how long does it take for the camera to try to close out in the software program? It should be at, say, after 5 minutes of inactivity, not whenever I say something contentious. Like, these people are idiots. But anyways, so he said that I threw him down a garbage dumpster. So I went, like, when I came back I sought asylum in Canada in 2019. Canada lost almost $100 billion for me seeking asylum because how valuable I am to the Canadian economy. And last night I Google searched how much did I've been hospitalized from May 2025, and last night it said it shrunk. The Canadian economy shrunk 1% because I was hospitalized. And I'll just show you the weather is, I controlled weather, and with the weather machine with cloud seeding and stuff like this. I'll show you how the weather machine. I took a screenshot of this one right away, because now I know Google, the AI overview always changes its results when you go into history. I'll show you here. Okay, I'll hand it in a second.
Yeah, just hang on. You didn't finish what you're doing there.
Okay, thank you. Or maybe I didn't. This is camera. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the coldest May on record, we may be close. So they didn't quite say. So basically May 2025 is cold, one of the coldest Mays on record, because I've been in the hospital. It's only going to get worse for Canada. It's only going to get worse. You know, I video proof online where I could stop the clouds. I was at Toronto near not Pearson Airport, Billy Bishop Airport, and I started the cause of vortices. I made the cloud turn like this. I did one cycle, and I didn't want to do it more because I didn't want to cause a tornado. But I mean, like, my face will drop if I'm able to cause a tornado with my mind. My face will drop. Right, so why would Canada fuck with me? So anyways, so in 1989 to 1990, my brother said that I threw him down the dumpster. So how come it took until 2020 for me to be hospitalized for potentially psychotic behavior? Right, how come it took 31 years? Right, so, and when I searched online, you can search males that get schizophrenia are from late teens to early 20s. How come they waited till I was 42, 5 months after I posted a video saying that they would use this as a tactic online? All right, so how come they said, like the doctor said, that I have schizo-psychotic bipolar beliefs?
Okay.
Just one more minute there, Ryan. So how come I've never exhibited any bipolar characteristics ever? There's no videos. I posted over 1,000 videos, and like my videos, I'm not like, oh wow, guys, I'm feeling great today. I'm feeling great. And then the next video, hey, guys, I just can't make it through the day. There's never been any of that on any of my videos. That's bipolar. Extremely highs, really lows. That's bipolars. By like one end of the polarity is really high, and then one end of the polarity very low. So in the future, like at the Syria hospital, so when you challenge with the consent and capacity board, even though I sent 9 emails like attachments, they only got two attachments. So they drugged me there. So when I showed them a picture of my penis that was tapered when I was an infant, how come they tapered my penis? Did they taper my penis when I was circumcised? Like tapered, they made it like, so they reduced the girth at the tip and then all the way down my shaft. Did they taper my penis when I was circumcised to facilitate copulation because they knew I had evolution? My face will drop. Oh, wow. So how come they justified experimenting on me for 47 years? Are they trying to keep me in prison forever? My face will drop. Right, you're monsters. The Canadian government, they're monsters. And you can see here, I have lines like, getting the total residual volume out of your friends and family that violate Christian Erik, Arne, Meyer. So once again, when you get the total residual volume out of you, that means you died. That's your last breath. Because every time you breathe, there's a little bit of air in your lungs that doesn't come out until you die, and that's called your total residual volume. Right, so that's how I get these little babies that view me as their God, to get these violators of me. And remember, kids, pee and poo is all you do with your private parts. And eat and drink and brush your teeth with your mouth, nothing else. So anyways, so I've never exhibited any bipolar characteristics. I've never exhibited, like, I didn't take medication for 2 years, and how come I didn't get into any assaults? I wasn't charged for any assaults. How come I didn't kill anybody? If I'm psychotic, I would have relapsed, right? I didn't take medication for 2 years. So obviously, if I was psychotic, how come I didn't relapse? How come from 1989 to 2020, before I was diagnosed, how come I never killed anybody? How come I never got any assaults? One guy did charge me for assault, but that was after he kicked me and tried to kick me in the mouth. He didn't show up, so it was discharged. But that, like, getting into assault, like getting into a fight, isn't psychotic.
I gotta go.
Yeah.